It is a new week. There's new inspiration. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I hope you are doing so well today. Every day I'm seeing new decor pieces and new project ideas that I absolutely love. And I always look at things and see how I can make it my own, which honestly is the best part about DIYing, is just making stuff that suits my own personal style. As the years have gone by, pretty much every single corner in my house has some sort of DIY on it, and I'm continuing to fill it up with just things that bring me so much joy. And this week I'm back with some Ikea hacks with some super affordable items from there that are going to be Anthropologie inspired, which is one of my favorite shops to look at, especially for home decor. And at this point, I basically am treating Ikea like a store for blanks that need customization. They just have so many good base pieces that just need a little bit of personality. Like, here are some items that I made in the past from Ikea. I just think they turn out so special. To me, Ikea has a special place in my heart, and I love that it is worldwide, so a lot of you guys can also get your hands on these pieces and customize them to your own liking as well. But of course, you could also take these ideas and translate them into items that you might already have or at stores that you have locally. So I hope you guys like these ideas. Let's go ahead and get started. So last year I made a doormat for the holidays that everyone really seemed to like because it got over 3 million views on Instagram and TikTok, which is wild. And ever since then, I've been wanting to make a summer version, so that is what we're doing today. I never really noticed this, but Ikea has such a huge selection of doormats for whatever reason, but I only go there for this one doormat, which is $10. So it's just their plain doormat, and this one is in the larger size. You could also get the smaller version for just $5, so this project is super affordable. And Anthropologie basically started this DIY trend because they have so many really cute designs. I think the OG that started it all was this really cute gingerbread house, and now they've come out with so many cute things like a floral shop, a little bakery, and I noticed recently that they have an ice cream shop one, which is so cute. And if there's one thing that you need to know about me, it is that I absolutely love ice cream. It is my favorite dessert ever. I will eat it year round, even in the dead of winter. I feel like it tastes even better when it's colder out. And when I was younger, I dreamed of opening an ice cream shop. So until that dream happens, I can at least DIY my own little ice cream shop on this doormat. So I'm gonna get started by sketching everything out, and then we're gonna cut off the sides so that it gives it that cute storefront look. The outline is done. She's looking really cute. I'm really happy with how I laid everything out. I feel like last time when I did it, I didn't space everything out correctly, but this time it's looking perfect. So I have my brushes ready. I have my paint ready. You want to make sure that you use this type of brush to really stipple everything on. And for the paint, I'm using a multi-surface paint that is also good for outdoors. So this is going to be really durable. And I'm going to warn you right now to make sure that you cover all of your surfaces. I made this mistake last time and I got paint everywhere. Since we're stippling it on, it actually can get pretty messy. So imagine teeny tiny little dots of paint everywhere. I had to deal with that last time and it was not fun to clean up. So make sure that you cover everything if you guys are going to try out this project.
So the last time I did this, I kind of went into it without planning the colors since it was holiday themed, but this time around I wanted to stick to a color palette to make it feel more cohesive, so I'm going with pastels. I mostly wanted to use green, pink, blue, and yellows. Those just feel very summery to me. And we just got back from a trip from New Orleans, so these colors definitely remind me of all the colorful buildings in the French Quarter. Also, don't mind my voice right now. I feel very congested after traveling, so please excuse that. that.
Okay, this is actually so fun to do. It's like a giant coloring book and I love choosing out the colors. I kind of have a color palette in mind. I'm basically going for pastels, so I can imagine putting this out for spring and summer. I think the colors are showing up a little bit brighter on camera. I don't know, for whatever reason, this green looks like neon, but it's more like a muted yellow green, which I really like. But yeah, I can totally see myself doing this for all of the seasons. So after this, I definitely need to make a fall one.
This is one of those DIYs that you could make one for every single season if you wanted to. And now that we're in summer, I just feel like it's going by way too quickly. Like, why is it that it takes forever for summer to arrive, but once it's here, it's literally gone in a blink? I would love to know what you guys have been up to this summer, so let me know in the comments down below. Aside from DIYing and reading and cooking at home, we've been doing a lot of stuff outside of the house as well, like going to the movies every week. We also picked up pickleball, which is really fun, and I'm somehow kind of getting good at bowling now. Like, we just ordered shoes, and I think that's gonna be a year-round thing that we like to do together.
Okay, it is time for a little lunch break in between projects, and I'm so excited because my HelloFresh just got here. This entire summer has been all about trying new things, which also includes trying new recipes. I'm having so much fun. We've been making more meals at home than ever before, and I have to thank HelloFresh for being a big part of that. They are so kindly sponsoring today's video. The recipes that I chose this week look so good. So it comes with everything that you need. On the menu this week, I have creamy dill pork chop, beef flautas, and Thai coconut curry chicken, which is what I'm making today. This just looks so good. I've been craving curry, and this only takes 30 minutes to make. I have yet to find a recipe from HelloFresh that I don't like, so I know this is gonna be good. HelloFresh just makes it so easy to enjoy hassle-free, better-for-you meals at home. And they have even more convenient options with new menu categories like 15-minute meals, prep and bake, and 3-minute heat and eat ready-made meals. And if you think about it, cooking is literally like DIYing. You are making your own dish, experimenting with new flavors and ingredients. I've been really leaning into making more Asian dishes at home, and this is my first time cooking any type of Thai-inspired dish, and I must say this was so quick and easy to do. I literally made this in under 30 minutes. We're gonna do a taste test. I already tried the sauce and it is really good, but now we're gonna get a full bite with the cilantro rice and everything, the chicken. That looks so good. This tastes like I just ordered it from a restaurant. Like, it reminds me of this Thai spot that we really like. This definitely is going into the rotation. Definitely would recommend this recipe, and if you guys want to try out HelloFresh, they gave me an amazing offer to share with you guys. You could sign up right now using my code TinaLayFM for 10 free meals plus free add-ons for life. You can also scan my QR code, and I will leave all the other details down below for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna finish my meal, and then we're gonna get back to projects. Okay, it's getting dark out, but I'm so determined to finish this today. So I put out the lights. I just have to write the word ice cream and then do any last minute details. But I'm really, really happy with this. The colors are exactly how I want them. I think this is my best one yet, so I'm really, really happy with it. So I fell in love with this light from Anthropologie. It is so beautiful, but it is $200, and really the only difference between this and a regular lampshade is the underside, because there's a beautiful checkered pattern. I love the look, but not the price, so I knew that I could probably find something similar at Ikea, and I found something even better. So Ikea just came out with these. They're brand new. There is a paper mache version, which I have right here, and there's also a plastic version, which for some reason the plastic version is $10 and this is $12. I thought it would be the opposite in the pricing, and I thought the price was just for the shade, but it also comes with the cord kit, so you have everything you need excluding the light bulb. So I just thought this would be perfect because it's made out of paper. You can customize it and do literally anything that you want to it. I just think the possibilities are endless, and I really love the shape of this. I've been really loving like flower inspired lighting. So if you look at the underside, it looks like a flower. I already know with all these curves, it's gonna make painting it a little bit more tricky, but it's also gonna look super cool and wavy. So I'm excited to start this project, and I'm not spending any additional money for the supplies here, so this hack is basically free.
Okay guys, let me know your honest opinion. Are you still loving checkerboard? I know I've asked this before, but every year it changes, and personally I still love the look of it, especially if it's like this where everything is more organic with the wavy lines, and if it's in unexpected places like the underside of a pendant. So this did take me quite some time to paint, and as a side note, as I was working on this, I finally finished my audiobook. I'm going through the Throne of Glass series, so I finally finished Heir of Fire, and I don't know why, but it took me months to get through this. Like, I would have to put myself in the mood to listen and also remind myself to do it while working on projects. The first half took me forever, so to get myself excited again, I actually looked up spoilers. I just had an inkling that the main character was going to end up with this other character, and I just had to know if it was going to happen. I usually never even do this, but this time I just had to know. And now I'm curious to see if any of you guys have done that before. Like, have you spoiled a book or a movie or a show for yourself just because you wanted to know what you were getting yourself into? This was my first time ever doing that, and I feel like I'll do it again in the future, especially if I have a project like this where I want to listen to an audiobook and I want to enjoy it and not feel like it's going super slow paced.
How freaking cool does this look, you guys? Wow, I love this color so much, especially with like the craft paper mache against it. I love the contrast of that. My original plan going into this was to paint all of the other squares white, but I really love the brown with the blue, so we're gonna keep it like this, which honestly saves me a little bit of painting time, which I'm not mad at because this did take quite a while, but the finished result is really cool. Okay, now we have to do the outside, and then I'm thinking for the cord, I actually want to do it a maroon color to really contrast against the blue. I've been seeing this color combo a lot more lately. I feel like it's very unexpected, very bold, and it just works so well together, and I definitely want to incorporate more of that into my house. Okay guys, how are we feeling about these projects? I absolutely love how they came out. As you can see, I still have the light behind me, which is not where it's going permanently, and you guys probably notice in the after shots that I didn't have the maroon light cord just because I haven't installed it yet, but I do have the perfect corner for it, so I'm super happy with how this came out. I love the pattern on it. I hope one of you guys try this out because it just looks so expensive and cute. Very Anthropologie, so I'm super happy with with it. And I also just realized I did not spend any extra money making any of these projects, which just goes to show the power of paint and a little bit of imagination. So I hope this video gave you some good ideas. Obviously, I'm curious to know which one was your favorite, so let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. We have a couple of very exciting makeovers coming super soon that I cannot wait to show you guys. So stay tuned. That is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!